Hey everyone, this is Brian from Advanced Chiropractic Wellness. Did you know that November is National Diabetes Awareness Month? So this week, I'm just going to talk about essentially diabetes and what you can do to get it under control and help support your body so it can actually help and heal and fix itself. Last week, if you remember, we talked about the different technologies we use. This week, we're going to talk about not only diabetes, but how these technologies can help your body get those glucose numbers back under control. So, as always, remember to share and like this because we all know somebody that's fighting this. You might know 10 somebodies that are fighting this. We're going to get into the practical application of all the stuff we were talking about last week. But first, we have to start with a little bit of a background. Diabetes occurs when the body is unable to regulate the amount of glucose sugar in the blood. Carbohydrate foods are broken down to produce glucose, causing the blood glucose levels to rise. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas, which regulates the glucose levels between certain limits. Normally, the body produces enough insulin to keep the glucose levels between ideal levels at all times by removing the excess amount of glucose from the blood and regulating how much the pancreas produces. But people with diabetes are not able to remove the excess glucose from the blood, and the glucose levels rise. So there are two types of diabetes. Type 1. Usually starts in children and young people under the age of 30 and comes on quite quickly. The person's own immune system destroys the cells in the pancreas that makes the insulin, so then it no longer makes the insulin and need to have insulin injections from there on out. Okay? There's just no way around it. Type 2 diabetes usually develops in older people. It begins gradually. Some insulin is still produced, but it does not work properly anymore, known as insulin resistance. And some people may need medication or insulin as the diabetes progresses. Okay, that's the textbook definition and all that yay fun stuff. So many people can regulate their numbers with proper diet and exercise. But if you've let it go too long or some other factors, then maybe diet and exercise isn't enough. That is where we have to tie in additional supplementation and technology to help your body control it all on its own. Think about that. If you're currently on insulin, metformin, or any other kind of med, what could you do in your life if you are no longer dependent on that? So tomorrow, we're going to talk about proper diet, exercise, and supplementation, and how that can help this process. Because we're getting into the meat and potatoes of how we can help, I'm going to give you an actual special offer. If you share this link on your Facebook page, call the office to let us know you watched this video and shared it on Facebook, I will offer you a foot detox, normally $40 for only $19. This is just one of the technologies we use when working on diabetes. We also include a free consultation to determine if you're a good candidate for one of our programs. Don't wait. This is a one per person and only available this month. Talk to you tomorrow.